First off, all honors and glory belong to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Harakak, over at Great Millstone. Okay. My affairs for today, somewhat. So, this is going to be real short, though. Nothing major. You know, and as always, the spirit of prophecy. Okay? In these latter times that we're living in. Okay? Always that. Let's see here. Let's go to exciting times, exciting times. Jeremiah. I am the tripod. Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 8. The prophets that had been before me and before thee of old prophesied it both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. Okay? So here it is now, just because you 2/3 are settling for your you'll have no king but Caesar. Okay? You got the modern day Pharaoh out of office. Now you got Caesar back. Okay? Yeah, you got Caesar back. One of the Caesars. Or what's the other one? The cruel ruler. Nero? Yeah, you got him back. And you're gonna go on and continue and trusting in wickedness and darkness. And put your very lives in the hand of the damn devil himself. It gets tiring some morning, but this is what we are have no king but Caesar, roughly paraphrasing. Okay, I believe that's in John. Let me go ahead and get it. John, is that John 19? St. John 19? Let me see. Okay. So, you know, so those very spirits are back. Okay, those very spirits are back in their lots. Yeah. You're all back. And by the way, this is one of our Shabbats. Okay. Hope you sincere at having a good Shabbat. Okay, you true believers are having a good Shabbat. This is St. John 19 and let's start at 13. And when Pilate therefore heard that saying, he brought Yahweh Shai forth and sat him down in the judgment seat, in the place, in a place that is called the pavement, but in the Hebrew, Gabbatha. And it was the preparation of the Passover. And about the 6th hour, and he said unto the Jews, Behold your king. But they cried out, Away with him, away with him. Crucify him. Pilate said unto them, Shall I crucify your king? The chief priest answered, and Salakia, the chief priest answered, We have no king but Caesar. Then they delivered him, therefore, unto them to be crucified. And they took Yahushua and led him away. Okay? So yeah, we know we're very aware of those spirits being back in their rightful regeneration. And okay, the younger you are, the more known it's going to be you just back for your judgment, because we at the end of this thing. The younger you are, and the older you are, this in. Okay? And the hell with you. All right? To go back to boot up on your neck. You're infatuated with that, his trinkets, his weak ass queendom, Eve, you especially. Infatuated with that. All this temporal shithole can give you, because that's exactly what it is. It's a damn shithole. Well, we're approaching the time of Jacob's trouble, okay? And ain't nobody safe, okay? And all we're out here to do, okay, whether on the highways, the hedges, the sit-down videos, okay, are the sit-down, the outdoor lessons, the indoor lessons, whether out and about, okay, is to warn, okay, to warn you. Why is that? So the blood, the very blood, is not on our hands. Remember, him that knows, let me see if I can get that. He that knows, let me see. Or it doesn't even go like that. Let me see. Hey, because, hey, look, there's no way you can be as proud as the very one who erected this place by grape, rob, and murder. Ain't no way you can partake in that. And then, as a matter of fact, you're not a part of this. You're not a part of this new world agenda either. Okay, you're not. What was I gonna get before I lost the chain of thought? Okay. So you went above and beyond to set a flesh and blood man as your leader and your king, when the scriptures clearly tells you not to do that. The scriptures clearly says not to do that. It clearly says it. Here's Exodus, and it's plain, it's simple, plain as day. This is Exodus 20:3. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Okay? Again, in Deuteronomy, our law book, second law book, thou shalt have none other gods before me. But you are the same rebellious spirits that were the same rebellious spirits in the wilderness back in modern time. Okay? With this setting that is. All right? This last rulership of other nations. And just so happens to be the most wickedest nation. That after this is thrown down, to never be raised again, and nowhere to be found. In fact, it's going to be driven. This nation, after they serve their 1,000 years of captivity, it's going to be driven. They're going to be driven into darkness. Okay. All right, driven into darkness. All right. Deuteronomy 11:16. Take heed that yourselves Salakia, take heed to yourselves that your hearts, which is your mind, your lav, be not deceived, and ye turn aside, which you are deceived, ye turn aside and serve other gods and worship them. Okay? So if you're partaking in Babylon and its philosophies, okay, after the traditions of men, okay, if you're taking after that, you're still holding fast to that, well, you'll be in the fashion of Babylon the Great, in its culture, okay, in this baseline culture. You'll be found in that rhythm, okay, which is a bass vibration, okay, damn near lower than the animals, okay. Even the animals know how to act, know what order is. Hell, they're programmed, they can't go off. Okay? But if it isn't evident that something has went wrong on the planet Earth long ago, okay, then if you're not privy to that, then I don't know what to tell you. And yes, this was a long, played out, drawn out ass whooping chastisement. Okay? So now we know why. We got the why that in one of his titles, and give credit when credit is due. He's a camp leader down somewhere down south, Alabama, Mississippi, somewhere in Mississippi, I believe. But credit when credit's due. Younger brother too, sharp. Okay. So we know the why factor now. All right. The truth is out. Okay. The sincere are woke. The hopefully elect, and hopefully I'm part of that number. The sighing and crying to our people. No, but unless it has the white man's stamp of approval, they're not going to hearken. That's just how stiff-necked and rebellious they are. See, remember this. The Lord uses animals to describe our nation's rebelliousness in nature. Okay? He does do that. See here. Let's see. Stripes. Did I get that one right? No. Second. Let's see here. That's good, but that's not what I'm looking for. Let's see. STR. Just a second, Salakia. Turning back to that stripes before I forget where I was going. Luke 28, Slakia. Luke 12 and 28. Slakia. Luke 12 and 48. But he that know not and did commit things worthy of stripes, shall be beaten with few. Okay, let's read that again. But he that knew not and did commit things worthy of stripes shall be beaten with few. Okay, so it's better that you have not known. It's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. All right, this is an occupation and a dangerous one at that. And we are to fear the Lord, knowing that the Lord's in control of all of this. So when we're out here on the highways and hedges, out and about, doing walking talks, okay? All right, these people know who we are. The problem is our people don't want to stand up to who the Lord made them to be, okay? and not wanting to face their chastisement, okay? And repenting and coming back contrite. No, they'd rather go take the easy route on this side. As if this is it. This is the all, end all, be all. Luke 12:48. But he that knew not and did commit things worthy of stripes shall be beaten with few stripes. For unto whomsoever much is given, of him shall be much required. And to whom men have committed much, of him they will ask the more. Okay? All right? That. Okay? Let's go to I want to go Ezekiel. Ezekiel. And let's start at Ezekiel 2:4. For they are impudent children. Look that word up. For they are impudent children and stiff-hearted. I do send thee unto them, and thou shalt say, saith the Lord. Power. Okay? It says God here, but that is synonymous with the title power. And verse 5. Ezekiel 2:5. And they, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are a rebellious house. Yet shall Babylon secured all over again. No, that ain't what this is. Against this man and his blessing. Okay? No matter what kind of weapon, modified weapons you niggas might have out there, there ain't nothing you can do to come up against this man and his system especially, and with his own blessing, which is the sword, the modern day gun. Okay? He can send one attack drone. I don't know if you've been on deep web or been on any other platforms, but he can send one drone and wipe out your whole damn hood. Okay, you out there talking about you getting money. Okay, and who faces on that money? Okay, who faces on that money? That's how low our people have stooped. Okay, for the greed and the lust of fulfillment of the fulfillment of the belly. Okay, and that'll just be you, those of you where your eyes were blinded. And you were just made fat. Okay, they meant for you. Okay, it's meant for you to get your judgment. Because if the chances are you doing what you're doing now, and especially in these latter times that we're in, one day at a time, and as fast as time is moving, as our Lord Yahweh Shai said, hey, you must be in your proper lot. Okay, whether it's man, woman, or child. Remember, spirits are ancient. And they come from the Father of spirits. All right? Verse 6. Ezekiel 2:6. And thou, son of man, be not afraid of them, neither be afraid of their words, the scoffing and the mocking. Okay? Scoffing and the mocking. Though briars and thorns be with thee, and thou doest dwell among scorpions, be not afraid of their words, nor be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house. Okay? And you can read the rest for yourself. Again, you can continue to go on and on and on. Okay? Of course, this is written for our learning, okay? We are to warn you, and then you're supposed to do what? You're supposed to seek the Lord, okay? You're supposed to seek the Lord, okay? Where am I going here? Hebrews. Hebrews 10 and 7. Then said I, lo, look, I come. Then I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me to do thy will. Okay? Now, with understanding that, with that being said, okay, all of the precepts being brought out through the Spirit, okay, there's really no room for cloak. There ain't no room for cloak since the men of the Lord been out on the highways and hedges since the late 50s and 60s. Okay? But really when the 2000s hit and this internet took off and became more advanced, I can't deny where I came in at and where I was found at. I was caught in the net. Okay? In the net. Okay? So my spirit was fishing, or not fishing, searching for the truth. And I just happened to get caught in the net and happened to be awoken. Okay? And can't be more blessed and wouldn't give this up for the world. Okay? There's no this eon, that is. So you don't get simple. Okay? So a lot of us have turned down and given up everything. Okay? And I tell you what, in these latter times, it's a sight to see. Okay? The Lord do his marvelous works day by day. Okay? Yeah. I just hope and pray that I'm part of that number and that the Lord keeps a hedge of protection around me. And I don't lose my position. Okay? That's what we ought to pray for, to stay grounded and rooted. Okay? This is a lifestyle. This is a culture. Okay? Deadly serious. Deadly serious. We find out you can't play on both sides of the fence when it comes to the Lord. Hey, there's no hopscotching. There's no playing, and there's no gray areas. There's no playing on the side of the fence. He came not to destroy you, okay? He didn't come to destroy us, okay? But it'll be your own demise, your own destruction that gets your ass up out of here if you just don't want to get right. Read, and that means somebody who just consistently commit iniquity after knowing, of course, and using the liberty for maliciousness, to do whatever the hell they want to do. Okay, in this grace period, precious grace period at that, and not taking in the significance of what it took to receive this grace period. Okay. And that's dangerous to even call yourself playing with. Okay? But being part of the refining process, yes, we're all sick. We need our physician, which is Yahweh Shai. And what is the healing ointment? Well, it's the word. What does the scriptures read? Yahweh Shai baptized none, but his disciples baptized many. Through what? Through the word. Okay? Through the word. This is a refining process. And furthermore, this is only for the sincere and the hopeful. Okay? Elect. All right? But for you 2/3, you want to remain in your oppressor's house. Hey, the Lord had already written about this. Okay? Long ago, it happened then, and it carried out all the way to now. The book of Isaiah 1 and 3. No, let's go with 4. No, 5. Book of Isaiah 1 and 5. Why should ye be stricken anymore? Ye will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick, and the whole heart faint. Okay? Been in this captivity too long. Been in too many captivities. As a nation, that is. But you chose your side. Isaiah 1 and 3. The ox knows his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel do not know. My people do not consider. Okay? In order to know where, how does it go? How does the wording go? In order to know who you are, you got to know where you're from. Okay? In order to know who you are, you have to know where you're from. In order to know where you're headed, you have to know where you came from. Yeah, in order to know where you're headed, you would have had to have known where you came from. Okay? And that lies in the spirit itself. Because none of us remember all of our previous lifetimes. And I speak as a man, I wouldn't want to remember mine. Make that clear right now. Okay? Probably bug me out of beyond bug out. Isaiah 1 and 2. Hear, O heavens, and give Salakia. Isaiah 1 and 2. Hear, O heavens, and give ear, O earth, for the Lord Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai have spoken. I have nourished and brought and they have rebelled against me. Okay? And this is true. This is true. This is truth. Exodus 4 and 20. Unto firstborn. Okay? And that's what took place. That had taken place. As of the 8th plague or the 7th plague. Because the plagues built up. Okay? But remember, the Lord stiffened Pharaoh's heart, as you read over in Romans. Okay? The Lord do whatever the hell he want to do. Okay? He set it up one, and he put it down. Okay? King today, damn it to be, how's it worded over in Ecclesiasticus? I believe, roughly paraphrasing. Okay? Just roughly paraphrasing. All right? Roughly. Proverbs 21 and 1. The king's heart, the king's with the S, heart is in the hand of the Lord, as the rivers of water. He turneth it where, Salakia, he turneth it whithersoever he will. Okay? You want to trust in Pharaoh. You want to trust, no, in Nimrod. Is that the name I'm looking for? You want to trust in the wicked, in the cruel man, the oppressor. I'm getting ready to close out here. Let me go ahead and just close out. I said I wasn't going to be long. I got somewhat of a walk to do. So let's go here. Let's go here for beforehand. Jeremiah 17. Forgetting who your creator is and who created you, and that these Babylonians move, pride and selfishness, that you were trained and programmed and taught. Jeremiah 17:7. Blessed is the man that trusteth in the Lord, and whose hope the Lord, Yahweh Yahweh Shai, is. Till the next time, Lord willing,